SōRSE as a company is a provider of water-soluble technology for functional ingredients. So in this case, hemp and cannabinoids and terpenes are of main interest. I think the biggest hurdle right now is that there's a fundamental lack of understanding of the chemistry of the molecules, a lot of working with other industries within the food space or the edible space or topical space. Many of the companies are new to this type of space. You don't see a lot of big CPG companies that are already engaged in the space getting in. So a lot of times it's this newness to them, or it's not an ignorance, it's just a lack of understanding. And what we bring to the table as a company is the ability to shepherd or help our clients as sort of as a result, and we become a strategic partner. And what's interesting is even in the times that we're in now of lockdown, we're still able to help our customers, whether it's a face-to-face meeting or a virtual meeting. We can still help them walk through the things that they're having difficulties with. It could be regulatory questions, it could be application testing, it could a myriad of projects. But it's this lack of understanding or a lack of breadth of knowledge about all the different attributes that they need to deal with. That for us is, I think, the biggest hurdle right now. We tend to help people in a number of ways. We do product development. We help establish relationships with co-mans. We'll have any number of different services that we can offer clients, and that is actually helping us position ourselves, hopefully, as a strategic partner, a valued member of their supply chain. In some cases, we will actually execute. We have projects where we'll execute everything. We find the containers, the packaging, the co-man. We develop the whole system. And so along the line, we're always trying to teach and educate. And for a long time yet, will be an evolving landscape, especially with regards to regulatory and safety. So we hope that we're able to educate people in this space. Some of the ways that we're attempting to do that is through, obviously right now we're doing a lot of webinars. We've given talks. Specifically, the first one we just gave was how to choose a CBD supplier. The intent was not for it to be explicitly commercial for our benefit. It was intended to be an overarching educational piece. The talk was agnostic of who your supplier is. Obviously, we would love it if it was the customer chose us as a supplier. But in this absence of that, just make sure you're doing due diligence. I think when you look at a new market segment as we're getting into now and with CBD, one of the things that will negatively impact all the momentum that the industry is gaining right now is you have someone who either unintentionally or just from a lack of understanding gives the industry as a whole a black eye. Whether it's a recall or making someone sick or having illness in a product or microbial growth in a product, that hurts all of us in the industry. So we're taking the approach that please just do the right thing. We'd love it if it was with us, but if not, that's fine. This market is huge. There's enough pieces of pie for everyone to go around. But please do your due diligence and don't give the industry, don't give yourself a black eye. So we're doing things on, since we can't work directly with customers now, we have another webinar that's coming up on how to develop a CBD beverage. There's we get a lot of requests for information, and we're actually finding that you can hit quite a few more customers doing a webinar like that than you can face to face, one by one. We're going to give some more talks about how the COVID environment is impacting our market segment, our ability to execute as a business right now. We believe 100% in transparency. How much we want to share successes where we can. We want to share learnings of where things have gone not well for us or for other people. Why should the customer have to stub their toe on their own if they could learn from someone else, or someone who's been in the space, or someone who's already launched products? So it's that transparency and understanding that we're trying to push forward to our clients. Some of the ways that this is a troubling time. We're finding that people are really struggling with how they're going to continue with their brand or with their business. One of the things that we try and emphasize is that if you are a brand and you have a really solid foundation, you've got multiple distribution methods, no longer is it just okay to go knock on the doors of the local grocery stores and see if you can get product on your shelves. You're going to have to diversify. Maybe some e-commerce is in that vein. We've actually seen some of our partners have their e-commerce business grow by double-digit growth because people aren't going out into the stores. The other thing that really helps is to diversify products and product lines. You want to have as many commercial pathways, whether it's topicals, tinctures, edibles, beverages, whether it's CBD, whether it's some other active ingredient, whether it's THC. There's a lot of carryover between the CBD and THC space. And it's only through, this diversification of products and product lines do you really have a strong chance of survival and a chance to grow in these challenging markets. The good news for the CBD industry as a whole is that this product is intended to help people with anxiety and stress, and there's no better time for the population of the world as a whole to find some ability to be less nervous, to be less apprehensive. We're all looking for something to help, with all the bad news and the uncertainty of the era, and glad CBD is around right now to help with that. I think the other thing you're going to see is that consumers are going to start to look for healthier consumption methods. There's a sort of a stigma, with certain methods or applications of products. People are looking for healthier alternatives right now. They're looking for health and well-being right now. They're looking for any way that they can consume CBD, and giving people what they want right now. What better way to satisfy a sweet tooth? You can find some comfort in eating a brownie and just amplify that comfort with a CBD infused brownie. So there's a lot of ways for the industry to help and to shepherd not only brands and consumers, but the population as a whole. I think right now the CBD industry has a tremendous opportunity to educate people, to build an understanding of what the product is, how it can help them. And people are searching for things to help. And this is a perfect time to get products out, get people to experiment with things and try new things.